You can see here we have members of the Law Society of Kenya who are also legal representatives of the Governor Simba Arati. We have chairmen, starting with the chairman of Kisii ODM, Mr. Kerosi Ondieki. So I'm going to read this quite quickly, and yes, we will introduce you later. The ODM party wishes to express serious concern about the life and safety of its national vice chairperson and Kisii Governor, His Excellency Simba Arati, following repeated violent attacks perpetrated by known persons in broad daylight with what appears to be tacit support and collaboration with elements in the security forces. All these incidents have been reported to the police and widely captured by both mainstream and social media, but we wish to lay them out here for the purposes of the record. On 6 January 2023, Honorable Arati was attending the funeral of the father to Paul Okombo Ayema, the MCA for Boikanga Ward in South Mugirango constituency, when the area MP, Honorable Sylvanus Osoro, unleashed violence with his goons shooting arrows at mourners in the full glare of the police. Governor Arati, who was the target of this attack, was safely evacuated by his security team. The incident was reported at Nyamarambe police station, and to this date, no one of the known culprits has been brought to book. On the 8th of January 2024, as the governor went about issuing bursary forms in Nyankembene, in the same ward in South Mugirango, armed men stormed the meeting with gunshots, rending the air. Many people were injured in the resulting stampede. Some, including the governor's security detail, suffered gunshot wounds, and the DCIO here has confirmed to me that that gentleman is still in office. It turned out, in hospital, it turned out that those gunmen were in fact police officers. One of the officers captured firing at the crowd with an AK-47 rifle was identified as one Kevin Lagat of force number 260865. He is a police constable attached to Honorable Osoro. Others are Simon Murithi of force number 119319 and Peter Muge of force number 239197, all stationed at Nyanchwa police station. It is suspected that Kevin Lagat has been transferred to Parliament police station since that incident. One officer, Morris Kiambi, is believed to have been ferried from his station of duty in Langata, Nairobi, to participate in this heinous attack. That such a brazen attack could happen in a country supposedly run in accordance with the rule of law is beyond comprehension. This incident was reported here at Kisii Police Central Police Station, and the OB number is here, which we have provided to Mr. Kimwele, the OCPD, and he says the matter is under investigation. We take note of the loud silence of the CS in charge of national security, Honorable Kindiki, and the Inspector General of Police, and the entire security apparatus. Their policy appears to be see no evil and hear no evil. It is this silence, coupled with the fact that no action whatsoever has been taken either against Honorable Osoro or any of his goons in police uniform, that leads us to the conclusion that this is a state-sponsored violence approved at the highest level of the security command. Following the public outrage over the incident and fearing a backlash, it is now understood that the police in Kisii, under the leadership of the county commander, Mr. Charles Kasese, are now planning a diversionary raid on the governor's residence in the guise of searching for firearms. We take this opportunity to condemn in the strongest possible terms the actions of Honorable Osoro and the police and demand as follows. Number one, that the IG of police must immediately transfer the Kisii Police County Commander. Yes. Number two, that action must be taken against the officers identified in the attack during the issuance of the bursary forms. They should be interdicted as they await their date with justice. Number three, that at the very minimum, Honorable Osoro should be asked to record a statement with the police if he has become too powerful to be arrested. Number four, that the Independent Police Oversight Authority must immediately commence investigations into the abuse of police power in Kisii County. Lastly, all these things must happen within the next 14 days, failing which the party will pursue other avenues to ensure law and order in Kisii. Amen. In the meantime, we wish to state that should any harm come to our party national vice chairperson and governor of Kisii, Honorable Simba Arati, as a result of any subsequent attack against him, the persons named here, including Honorable Osoro, Police Commander Charles Kasese, and the IG of Police will be held personally responsible. Yes. That is the end of the statement. Yes. Kwanza niseme kwamba OCPD wa eneo hili ametuonyesha heshima kubwa sana, kwa sababu tulikuja hapa kiamani ili kuweza kuwasilisha waraka huu ambao tumewasilisha kwa sasa, na tumezungumza naye pamoja na DCIO wa area hii, na wamenihakikishia kwamba wamechukua zile statements za wahusika wote ambao walihusika katika mambo haya, lakini wamenithibitishia kwamba pia bado Mheshimiwa Osoro hajaandika statement yake. Wameniambia kwamba chini ya siku 14 watakuwa wamekamilisha uchunguzi kuhusu matukio haya yote, lakini sisi tunasema kwamba kama chama tuko katika hali ya hatari ya kwamba maisha ya Mheshimiwa gavana wa Kisii Bwana Simba Arati yamo hatarini, na wale ambao wanahatarisha maisha ya gavana si wengine bali polisi wenyewe wakiambatana na mbunge wa Mugirango Kusini Bwana Sifuna Osoro. Na mimi nataka kumwambia Sifuna Osoro kama kijana mwenzake ya kwamba taifa hili limetoka pahala pagumu sana, na hawa Wakenya kwa maisha yao kwa sasa wanataka viongozi ambao watatoa hope kwa wananchi kwamba taifa hili linaweza kuwa tofauti. Sisi vijana hatuwezi kufanya tabia mbaya ambayo wazee walikuwa wakifanya kitambo. Siasa za kupigana ziliisha kitambo sana. Siku hizi tunapigana wapi? Na akili. Na ni kwa sababu Osoro ameshindwa kupigana na akili. Mnamuonaka kwa TV anashindwa kujibu hata maswali rais. Sasa kwa sababu akili imemshinda, amechukua polisi kuja kupiga wananchi huku marisasi. Tunataka kumwambia Osoro, siasa za vita, siasa za fujo ziliisha kitambo. Ukiwa umeshindwa na mawazo, wacha watu wa Mugirango Kusini wachague mbunge mwingine ambaye anaweza kuwashughulikia mambo yao kwa kutumia akili, sio kutumia fujo. Lakini kama chama tumesema kama polisi hawawezi kumlinda Simba Arati, wananchi wa Kisii watalinda Simba Arati. Asanteni sana.
Morara George Bwakuma, a member of the Law Society of Kenya, Southwest Branch. We are really happy and appreciate the presence of the Secretary General of the party of ODM, who is also a senior advocate, who has come in solidarity with the call for standing with the judiciary, which is under siege from the executive. From this end of the country, or this end of our branch, Southwest, we say that the rule of law must be sustained in this country. Kenya is a constitutional democracy, and the three arms of government, executive, legislature, and judiciary, must be allowed to perform their duties as entailed and provided for in the Constitution. This morning, we appreciate the presence of Senior Advocate Sifuna in our branch to stand with us and the rest of the advocates in the country on issues of the presidency or the executive trying to malign or put the judiciary under siege. Thank you.
Kerosi Ondieki, advocate. I'm also the chairman of ODM. We have been to the police station to protest the insecurity in Kisii, and we saw it fit that we should also come to court here to stand with the judiciary. Judiciary is an independent arm of the government, and it should be respected. The president, our own president, William Samoei Ruto, should respect the rule of law, should respect the judiciary, and should respect the independent arms of the government. Failure to do so, we will live in a country where there is anarchy. Article 4, Article 3, and even Article 1 of the Constitution is very clear, and Article 10, that the president is supposed to follow the law, to rule this country by the rule of law and nothing else. So we demand that he stops what he's doing, make sure that the judiciary is independent as we go on. So now I want to ask our SG, who is also an advocate, to also say something.
Chairperson and members of the Southwest branch of the Law Society of Kenya. I want to now speak in my capacity as an advocate of the High Court of Kenya, fully paid up and registered, and also a former member of the Council of the Law Society of Kenya. It is coincidence that I happen to be in Kisii today on a day when the Law Society has decided that it is going to call out all Kenyans of goodwill to come and stand against a nascent dictatorship that we are seeing in our country. One of the things that we want to make very clear is that even though William Ruto managed to muscle himself into power, and he has managed so far to emasculate other independent organs of the state, including parliament, the judiciary is going to be the last stand for the people of Kenya. You have seen the difference with which we have been treated at the gate of the courts and at the gates of the police, which tells you that whenever everything else fails, it is only the courts that can provide refuge to us. Yes. So all these unwarranted and unsubstantiated claims of corruption within the judiciary, William Ruto knows very well that he has the instruments of state. If any judge has committed any corruption anywhere in this country, he should avail that evidence to the necessary investigative authorities. Let him show the evidence. Let these judges be disciplined in accordance with the law. But for you to continue maligning good judges, there are people sitting in the courts, even here in Kisii, listening to cases. They are dedicated judicial officers. What do you think it does to their psyche every day when they are being accused of things that they have not done? If there is any person who has engaged in corruption within the judiciary, it is incumbent upon the person making that accusation to present evidence to show that this person is a rotten apple and should be removed from the system. William Ruto, because he's still a village president, he thinks that when he speaks, he's only speaking to Kalenjins. He should understand that the words of a president anywhere in this world reverberate across the globe. Even those investors he was running around the globe pretending he's going to look for jobs for young people and for companies to come and invest. Which investor will come to invest in a country which he knows the own president of that country is saying that our courts are corrupt, that he will not respect court orders? So in fact, if General Motors come and put up a plant here in Kisii, then they have a dispute with government over, say, KRA taxes, and KRA is told not to deduct those taxes. William Ruto is saying he will not respect that court order. Which investor will put the investment here? So we want to say categorically that we have come from a very difficult place as a country. We used to be in a time when you would not even talk the way we are talking here. We would already be in the cells right now. We are saying because our fathers fought for the freedoms that we enjoy today, blood was spilled and sweat was spilled, we as a young generation will not allow this country to go back there. Kama itakuwa ni mbaya, wacha ikuwe mbaya, lakini kila mtu lazima aheshimu zile hasisi za kiserikali, ya kwamba mahakama iwachiliwe ifanye kazi yake, bunge liwachiliwe lifanye kazi yake, na Ruto afanye kazi yake. Sio kila siku kudanganya wananchi tu. Wacha uongo sasa uanze kazi. Uongo imetosha. Ama namna gani? Si ndio? Asante. Kuna